You join us here again, the Yogscast. We are sort of the Pepsi to Tank Spot's Coke, I think, aren't we?
We're the Roller Cola, I think, or the Panda Pops.
Or maybe we're just dirty water that pretends to be Coke.
Sainsbury's own brand.
You think it might be Coke, but in fact it's just
mud water.
yes.
What if it was like Katy Perry's bathwater? Would you drink that?
Yeah. Depends what she was doing in the bath, Simon.
She took a big dump. Okay, no, she didn't take a big dump. She was pleasuring herself. We can't use that on a video. We can't use this. We can't use this.
Not?
This is awful.
We usually use rubbish like this. It's fine.
Hello, and welcome to
How do you feel about vampires, Simon? Do you think they're overused in modern media?
I think they've become almost a part of our culture, and if an alien was to look at our transmissions and our broadcasts across the world, they would probably think that vampires were real, because we just go on and on about them continually. There's TV shows, movies, books, games, everything just full of vampires. I mean, when you think about it, there's probably been more popular culture about vampires than about leprosy, about lepers.
I like how every new vampire film or movie or shit comes out, they always debunk a certain myth. They say, "Oh, garlic, ha 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 ha, that doesn't hurt me,"
Yeah.
And then they get killed by a silver bullet or something.
Ha 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 ha. Your crosses do not work on me. I am a Jewish vampire. Ha 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 ha. And then he make a Star of David out of some twigs, and the vampire goes.
Yeah, I was gonna say though as well, Blade and sort of Buffy and things
Blade
like that
is
would not be
fucking
as
cool.
fun if he was hunting lepers.
Hunting
It
lepers.
wouldn't be the same.
Oh my god. We are inside the Gladiators Arena with Yohimitsun. Hello, Yohimitsun.
Hello, Simon.
It's great to hear from you, and I'm happy that you could be here today.
Yeah, people have said on the Yogscast that they want to hear more of Yohimitsun. So let's find out more about the man, the legend, the Yohimitsun.
I have a series of 10 questions which I would like to ask you, and I'd like you to think carefully about each answer that you give.
Are they affecting my life?
They reveal quite a lot about your personality, but they don't involve personal details. Are you comfortable with this? He's thinking about it. You don't have to think that hard, and you don't have to go, as you're thinking.
Was that the first question?
No, it
That
wasn't.
was quite taxing.
The first question for you...
Tricky, Simon.
The first question, Yohimitsun, is... What is your favourite word?
My favorite word?
Yeah.
Who the fuck has a favorite word?
It can be in Dutch.
That's pretty fucking hard, to be honest.
You're stumped. You're stumped already on the first question.
Yeah. It's a retarded question. I mean, who has a favorite word?
I do.
It's a word that it might mean a lot to you personally. It might have a nice sound to it. It might sound interesting. It might have
something that rolls
pleasant...
off the tongue.
The thing I say a lot is canker.
Canker.
Right.
Cancer.
Okay.
Cancer
That's
in
a good
Dutch
one.
is your favourite word.
No, it's not my favorite, but it's my most used one.
Canker.
I think.
There
Your
we go.
most used word is cancer.
Amazing.
It's when you say something is nice, you just say
You say canker instead.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a canker cup of tea.
canker fat. Instead of you say it's a damn good tea, you say
Canker tea. Do you actually say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Well, thank you
canker goatee.
for your very canker answer.
Right, next.
Question 2, Yohi. In a similar vein, what is your least favourite word?
Yeah, my alarm.
Your least favourite
hate
word
it.
is your alarm.
Yeah, it's a chick that calls the time. So it's like, it's 7:30.
So,
It's 7:30.
so
You do know-
7:30 is your least favourite word.
Yeah, or like good morning.
Good,
Because it always.
good morning!
I hate the morning.
How's that your least...
Good morning. It's your least favourite word.
Your favourite word...
It means you have to get up.
Your favourite word is cancer, and your least favourite word is good morning.
What the fuck, Joey? Oh,
It's quite
God.
revealing.
I mean, when you say good morning, what do you think?
Okay, let's move on to question 3. Okay, this is completely different.
But no,
theme.
no,
Oh,
hang on,
Christ.
hang on. Seriously, when you hear the word good morning, yeah? You think about morning. Do you guys enjoy the morning when I wake up
There are some nice mornings.
and you,
It's
Mm,
quiet.
oh wait,
it's
you never get up
peaceful.
early in the morning because you're lazy people?
Sunrise can be beautiful.
Sometimes it's quite nice, Joey, to get up in the morning, take a bit of fresh air in, open the window, go down, make a cup of tea, have a bit of jam on toast, and then
Try not to
have a
think
shower.
about the work that
It's
you
quite
have to do
nice.
later in the day. That's the reason you got up.
Yeah.
Question 3, Yohi. What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Money?
Some money turns you on. Well, that works, I guess. Question 4.
Of course it does.
Question 4, similarly, what turns you off creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Now I'm gonna say something funny. Black people.
Wow.
But I'm
My
kidding.
God.
Question 5.
No, that was not my answer. I was kidding.
We have to move swiftly on from that.
Question 5.
You will lose all your black YoGPoD fans, you know
We
that,
don't
right?
have any. Black people
Yeah,
don't have the internet.
alright.
What happens if you get like a really, really good tan? Like David Dickinson. Do you think there's a point where he might become black? Or African American, I should say.
When does he
Think-
cross over? Is that what you're saying?
Think David Dickinson as an African American. It's neither African nor American.
We don't call them. What are black English people? We don't call them African.
They're called
UK.
black people. That's it.
Ians,
And they love it.
African Britons.
They love being called black. You mustn't call them coloureds though, because that's got some bad connotations.
Like my nana does.
Or darkies. Darkies.
Can't do that.
No.
That is not allowed.
That is just. I find that more offensive than the N word. Darky.
Darky. Oh dear.
They should take back. We'll be calling it the D word from now on because it'll be so offensive to use the word darky. It'll be the D word, and black people will take it back. They'll claim it as their own. Yo, what's up, darky? That's probably the most racist thing I've ever said.
That is so not going to happen, is it? They are so not going to want that word back. It's like they just don't want it, but they can be like, "Yo, you keep it." That's how black people speak. They say "yo."
Oh my god. Oh no. No.
So we've not got very far through the questions here, but we will catch up with Yoey at a later date.
Special edition. Yohi Mitson full length interview. Uncut. Have you got any kids you need to feed? I got 5 kids to feed. So I watched Total Recall the other day.
It's a classic.
One of them sounds like Arnie, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Battle Cruiser. I think sounds like.
Get out! Get to the shower!
Yeah.
You know who does a very good Arnold Schwarzenegger impression?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, yeah, I imagine he does a very good impression of himself. But Jonas Bass Hunter. He does a very, very good Arnold
Oh.
Schwarzenegger.
Well, there you go. His famous song was
Mm.
obviously about Dota,
Yeah.
which I've been playing recently. We can tie this in, I guess, to Heroes of New Earth, which is
Oh
quite an
god,
interesting
this is
game. I quite enjoy
You're
Heroes
just
of
going to
New Earth.
confuse people. They're going to be like, why are they talking about Arnie and Heroes of New Earth?
Ah, how do you do the Arnie impression? Can you like teach me how to do it?
You have to really like move your mouth and your tongue in your mouth and emanate sounds.
Like that. I can't do it. Fucking hell.
It's a gift, but also a curse.
And a curse, yes, definitely.
This is worse than Deaf Hitler.
What is this Deaf Hitler stuff?
Oh god. Do I have to go through the whole fucking thing of Deaf Hitler? Okay, well, the story goes that in about 15 years from now, Deaf Hitler will rise to power in England. He's basically the second Hitler, like the second coming of Hitler, only he's deaf.
Right. Is he like a direct descendant of Hitler or one of Hitler's relatives? Or is he the actual
No.
corpse of Hitler
No.
risen from the grave?
He's not a zombie Hitler. That's a completely different Hitler. This is the reincarnation of Hitler.
Right. The second coming of Hitler.
Exactly. Like Jesus is going to come back at some point in the future. So is Hitler. But Hitler will probably get here first.
Well, I
Do you
can't
think
wait.
Jesus will Do you think Jesus will announce when he's coming back? He'll just give us some advanced knowledge.
He'll post it on Twitter.
Because if you're going to go and visit a friend, it's better that you phone them up beforehand. I think if Jesus just turns up one day and everybody be like, oh Jesus, hello, and he'll be like, oh, what's up guys? Why are you not happy to see me? Why are you being like this? Is this awkward? Should I have called first?
How would he prove that he is actually Jesus, though?
Well, he'll have a beard and long hair. He'll be wearing a robe. He'll have holes in his hands, with like bloody holes in his hands. The stigmata.
Are you sure?
He'll
have all
have
this?
like a golden halo around his head.
I thought he was the second coming, though. He's the second. He's not Jesus. He's not zombie
no,
Jesus.
but he's got the same. He's got the same kind of like style as the original Jesus. He's like read through the Bible and he's like, oh wow, this Jesus guy is really cool. And then he goes, oh wait, that's me. I'm like the second Jesus. And so he just like steals all of the ideas the original Jesus had about his looks. So he wears the robe and
what
the
do you mean about his
sandals,
looks?
grows his hair long,
He stole
has the beard.
Jesus' fashion scheme.
Exactly. And it'll probably be a good look for him. It'll probably work out, he'll probably look really nice.
Also, did you say Jesus had a grey beard? I'm pretty sure he didn't have a grey beard.
No, a long beard.
Jesus did
great
not have
beard,
a long
I
grey
might have said.
beard. He had like a little black goatee, didn't he?
He had a goatee.
God has a long
had a
grey
little
beard.
goatee.
Jesus doesn't have a
Did
long
he have a
grey
soul
beard.
patch? Jesus had a soul patch, and in his eyebrow he also had like those two lines that are done in with the razor, the electric razor.
And he had like a badge like pinned to his blazer lapel that reads 420 smoke weed every day.
Jesus wouldn't do drugs. You don't do drugs if you're Jesus.
You suggest what? Sorry, what are the rules? Why wouldn't Jesus do drugs? I think Jesus would do drugs.
Because drugs are bad. It's
Who
Satan.
says they're bad?
Satan does drugs.
No, he doesn't.
All the drug dealers and all the people who died of drug overdoses all go to hell. And that is a fact. It's no use arguing, it's a fact. Because it's written down in the Bible. And
Where?
if it's not in the Bible, then it's because Jesus just left it out. He wasn't a great writer. He probably thought up the idea, but he just didn't put it down to paper.
Jesus didn't write the Bible. Simon.
Yeah, of course he did. Who the fuck do you think wrote the Bible?
Not Jesus! What do you mean Jesus wrote the Bible? When did he have time to do that? He was like, sitting at home, chilling out, doing a bit of writing in the
He had
evening.
30 years. He had 30 years of his life when he wasn't really doing anything apart from his carpentry. And when it turned out that he wasn't,
Jesus could even read and write because he was the son of a carpenter? He probably was illiterate.
Yeah, but they put him through school. They put him through grammar school.
Jew grammar school.
It's all about social mobility, and there was quite a lot of that at the time. So his parents may have been working class, but they wanted to put him through a good school, so they saved up and they put him through a grammar school, a Jewish one, obviously. And he ended up being the son of God. So you see, it works. The system works. Anybody could be Jesus if they put their mind to it.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Who approves of Jesus? Is there a sort of... Do you have to go before a panel and be interviewed? Do you have to fill out a test?
Well, you have to be the son of God, obviously. If you're not the son of God, then you're somewhat underqualified to be Jesus.
Right. So does that mean that on your birth certificate it has to say Father God?
Yes. Or, Yahweh, or whatever you want to call him. The Lord, that would work.
Him with a capital H.
With a capital H.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not capital H, capital I, capital M, because that's his infernal majesty, which is the opposite of God. That's Satan.
Oh dear.
It's the anti-God.
So you could accidentally, conceivably, find Jesus and find that Jesus is actually the anti-Jesus.
There could be a problem. There could be like a typographical error on the birth certificate that would lead you to believe that someone is Jesus,
Well,
but
it's
in
very
actual fact they're the
easy
Antichrist.
also because J is right next to H, so they could say that his father was Jim, and then they accidentally wrote him.
That's true, that could happen. But I mean, if they did it that way round, and it was actually Jim that was his dad, that wouldn't make him the Antichrist. His dad's just some bloke called Jim.
Okay, imagine though his initials were James Ian Masterson, right? And they just put his initials down.
Why would they do that? Why would they just put his initials down? And also, if it was his initials, there'd be like a little dot after each letter.
Well, maybe they wrote
So-
in pencil, and over the years the dots have faded away.
But why have the dots faded away and not like the
So they're
letters?
smaller.
Or at least parts of the letters. I mean, if part of the J gets worn away at the bottom, it'll look like his dad's called Tim.
Where's this going? What the fuck?
I don't know,
Simon?
but I think this is bloody good commentary. Would you say that we're in like a golden age of gaming? There's so many good games coming out.
I don't know. No, I don't think we are.
Oh, okay. Would you say we're in a silver age of gaming?
It depends what you mean. How long does an age last?
About 2.5 years.
Well, in that case, there are certain studios putting out very, very good games, aren't there?
I want a new
And-
fucking Elder Scrolls game, like Oblivion.
Do you?
So what the fuck is Bethesda doing? They could
Well,
be
they're
making
working
games.
on an MMO, aren't they, Bethesda?
Are they? Oh god.
Oh, I think they're working on a new Fallout as well. I've seen some screenshots from...
The New Vegas or
Yeah,
the
Fallout
other
New
one?
Vegas.
Yeah, that's a completely new game. Man, I like Fallout 3 so much. I don't want this game to be terrible. It would break my heart.
It won't be terrible. Relax. Bethesda are good.
They
They're
are
very
good, aren't they? They're the good guys.
They're very good.
You know, they're the good guys. Activision are the bad guys. They're evil, pure evil. They have a cold black heart,
What have they made, Activision?
like a cafe creme. A cold black bitter heart.
A cafe creme that's been kept in the freezer.
Not a cafe creme. That's a cigar. I mean, like a coffee cream chocolate.
Okay.
You get in like boxes of chocolates.
Right. Yeah.
And people don't really like the coffee flavoured ones. They like the strawberry ones and the orangey ones, the ones with like little bits of nuts in. They're always nice. They go down a treat. But the coffee ones, people are always like, ugh. They take one bite into it and they go, ugh. And then they put like 2/3 of the chocolate back in the box.
Nice. Yeah, you're right. You're right. There's only ever coffee chocolates left in the boxes, like Quality Street, and that other chocolates are available.
Such as Galaxy, that's a chocolate. And Milka, that's a chocolate.
Yep, yep.
It's on offer at Asda now, 50p, with pieces of Dime Bar in it.
50p. I might have to go. Man.
Yeah, 50p for big old chocolate bar. Well, it's not huge. It's a good size.
You like Milka, don't you? I don't really. I've never really eaten Milka because I'm a little bit allergic to hazelnuts, and they put like hazelnuts in Milka.
I don't think you should be telling people your weaknesses. I mean, Superman doesn't go around saying, "Hey everyone, kryptonite. Hey guy over there, kryptonite."
I don't have that many nemesis.
Achilles is going around. It's my heel. My heel. It's the only part of me that wasn't dipped in the river Styx. It's the heel.
No, I shouldn't really.
He doesn't go around saying that, does he?
I guess my other weakness is being hit in the groin.
What would you do if there was like a knock on the door, and it was like someone dressed up like a bellboy, and they said
Okay.
they said nuttagram, nuttagram. What's a nuttagram? And then he like blows hazelnut dust in your face, and then kicks you
Oh my.
in the
God.
family jewels,
Well,
and that's a nuttagram.
I would be dead. There would be a funeral service. My gran would be there.
I'd be there as well. I'd come along. And I'd say, oh, if only I didn't send that nuttagram to him, he'd still be alive! What have I done? Oh, God! And as I'm saying that, I'm like holding your mother by her shoulders and shaking her. Oh, God, what have I done? And they'd say, well, actually, now he's gone and we're his next of kin, we technically own 50% of the Yogscast.
The shares. Are there shares in the Yogscast?
And I'll be like, oh,
Could someone do a hostile takeover of the Yogscast if they wanted to?
Yeah, Activision probably will in the future. We'd have to give good reviews to all their games.
What do they make?
Call of Duty.
I like Call of
And,
Duty.
World of Warcraft.
I like
That's
World of
Blizzard
Warcraft.
Activision. You fucking sellout. Island Paradise is the game that I'm playing instead of any proper game.
Thing is,
At the
this sort
moment.
of game is what people play when they're bored at work or something, because they can't actually install a proper game, so they play flash games. But you're actually playing it seriously. You're like hardcore Island Paradise.
I'm hardcore Island Paradise.
You like devote
Oh.
hours of your day to like cooking your crops. And
Yeah,
stuff.
that's true. That's true. But the thing is, you can just do other things at the same time. You know, you just set something up to do stuff, and then you go off, do other things, come back, you look at how, your vegetables are doing. You see, people think that Facebook games, they're just nonsense and they don't matter, and you're just wasting your day by playing them. But nothing could be further from the truth. I just think it's a nice, relaxing kind of game with a nice setting. The graphics, I think, are really nicely done. The artwork, it's got a nice feel to it. And I give this game 14 Yog stars out of 15.
Oh God, really?
Game of the Year 2010. The runner-up is, of course, Mass Effect 2. Commiserations to Mass Effect 2. But you've lost out to Island Paradise.
Yeah. It's not a very good simulator as well for like if you were actually stuck on a desert island.
I don't think it's supposed to be, like a helpful guide of what to do when marooned.
What would you do if you were marooned on an island?
If I was marooned on a desert island, I'd probably just go mad. And
Well, that's already happened, so just discount that.
oh, okay, I'll go more mad. I'll probably like make friends with a tree.
Would you like? what would you bring? What would they be like? The stuff you have to like your luxury items.
Oh,
kind of
like
thing.
desert island discs.
Yeah, well, not like. Well, Desert Island Discs is like music, isn't it?
Hang on.
What-
Here we go.
If you only had 3 songs with you, like 3 records.
Okay, guests are invited to imagine themselves as castaways on a desert island. and asked to choose 8 pieces of music they would take with them.
8?
Aside from the music they select, they are also permitted to take 1 book, excluding the Bible or other religious work, and the complete works of Shakespeare, which are deemed to be already present on the island, probably to force castaways to make more original and interesting choices.
It was the Gideons. They put Bibles everywhere.
They do, yeah. They've got one in the hotel that's on a desert island. Let's check my iTunes and see what my favourite tracks are.
Your most played tracks. They're probably really sensible.
Yeah. No, I doubt that very much. Hysteria by Muse. It's still number 1.
Oh.
Do you remember? We talked about this before and it's still up there.
When was it last played?
I've got no idea. Probably a while ago.
It says so. There's a column.
Does it?
There's a column.
I can't see the
last
column.
played. Yeah. Right click on the menu thing at the top, then go down and highlight. This is
Gotcha.
fascinating viewing.
Last played 9th of the 9th, 09. What the fuck?
Weird.
Maybe I should just stick to this year. Maybe. The Lamplighter's Serenade by Bing Crosby.
Brilliant.
Oh god. Okay, so the Lamplighter's Serenade. How Soon Is Now by the Smiths. That's up there. Life Is Just a Bowl of Cherries. That's another old one.
You're such an old man. What the hell?
Oh god. I just like those old-timey tunes. I just really like them. Can we just end it there? Right.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Goodbye.